Happy Thursday! Let's kick off another Titanic build today on Brickscale Studio. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. Thank you so much for joining me. So today we are going to be installing a motor and then testing it out. So it's a fairly short episode because literally all we're doing is installing the motor into that gearbox we made last week, and then we are testing it in the next issue. So it's pretty short. But then on the LEGO side, we will start working on the funnel section. We don't actually get to the funnel today. We sort of build the funnel platform, but we're getting ready for that. So let's get into the build, and then we will talk about it after. We are issue 37. So here is the magazine. Now finally, they've been highlighting some movies, some Titanic movies in previous magazines. This one they finally get to Titanic, the blockbuster. The one that we all know, of course, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. So interesting reading there. And then for the parts, it looks like we get the motor to run the motors and some wiring. So we'll be hooking that all up. So there we go there. So let's get our parts. So here's the parts pack. All right, so the parts we have are the motor housing, the base, the turbine shaft, and the motor. So what we're going to do is bring back the gearbox that we worked on in a previous episode. And they have this going this way. All right, so they're asking us, let me go ahead and get this all unwound here. So they're asking us to take, take the motor from 37A, which is here, and the gearbox from issue 35, which is here. The shaft of the motor has to be fitted into the socket in the cog at the top of the gearbox cover. You'll need to rotate the socket so that the D shape can be aligned with the shaft of the motor. To do this, use the shaft 37D to rotate the cog at the bottom right hand corner. So that is this one. All right, so we need to insert this and rotate until, so they are saying to pay attention. So we want to put this in like so that the red wire is on the left and the black wire is on the right. So that fit in perfectly like so. And now we want to take this piece and we are going to thread the wire through here like so. Let me get this turned back around. All right. And then this is going to go. And then, yeah, this can only go on one way. So we're going to fit that right on like so, and we are going to screw that in with AP screws. All right, so there we have that. And now we want to take the base, and let's see. So it's going to go on like so, and again we want to feed this wire through here. All right, and that's going to go just like so, and then again we need 4 AP screws. All right, perfect. All right, and now we are going to take the shaft and we are going to place that right in there like so. All right, so that is the end of issue 37. Let's move that aside for a second. Here's issue 38. Here is the magazine. Oh, here we have some more information about the Titanic movie, the blockbuster from 1997. So we have James Cameron, Gloria Stewart, Kate Winslet, James Cameron, Leonardo DiCaprio. Here again we have Kate Winslet, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Kathy Bates. Remember we talked about Kathy Bates, she played Molly Brown. And we had, in one of our previous episodes, we had a picture of Molly Brown's house in Denver. So there they are there. And then it looks like we will be testing the motor. So we get some parts to do that. And there we have it. So let's get into this. All right, so we get a USB cord and a little circuit board with a switch. Okay, so we need to bring back our shaft here. All right, I'm going to set this USB cord aside for a second because we need to bring back, set these items aside for a second as well because we need to bring back this piece that we completed in the previous episode. All right, so now I have, and we are going to take this, and this is going to go down this hole. Okay, and now we are going to fit these shafts into, all right, and of course this one is completely the wrong way. All right, so that's going on just like so, and we're screwing that in from the underside with 4 AP screws. Oh, actually no, we're screwing it in from the top with 4 AP screws. All right. Okay, so now, okay, let's take this. The switch moves to the left or to the right, and then the center is off. So I'm going to make sure I'm in the center position. So it is off. Okay, so we got that. Where's my USB here? Okay, we got that. All right, one side is working, one side is not. Do a little investigating here. I think it's going to have to do with this. There we go. All right, let me just tighten that back up now that we got that secured. All right, so I'm not sure if you can see. And then if we do it the other way, they go in reverse. All right, awesome. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect the power. All right, so that is the end of the scale model side. So let's switch over to the LEGO side. All right, here we are on the LEGO side. So last episode, we finished up this bridge section and this decking, and I said that we would be starting on this center section to build up the funnel, which we are going to do. So I'm going to set this aside because we won't need this at the beginning. All right, so let's get into steps 271 through 285. Okay, so that's the end of step 285. So we have this component, a little anticlimactic. Yes, we have the base, but we haven't actually started on the funnel yet. That will come in the next episode. So that is it for the LEGO side. All right, just to recap this episode. So on the scale model side, wow. So we've got all of this completed. We tested the motors. They work. The pistons turn. Awesome. And then on the LEGO side, we started this funnel piece. So next episode, we'll work on the funnel. So that is it for episode 19. All right, so how cool was that? I think this is our first, well, aside from the anchor that we installed a while back, that it was just sort of a pull and retract thing. This is the first motor that we've had. We did get some lighting elements, but this is the first motor. So very cool. I was super excited that it all worked out. That's the thing with these models, you know, you build these little components and then all of a sudden you go to put them all together and then you just hope everything works. So I'm super excited that everything worked out. And remember that little tip, if you're having problems with those rods, just loosen the screws under those thrust blocks, and that solved the problem for me. So next week on the scale model side, I believe we will be getting some more shafts and we'll be getting the propellers. So we'll be attaching the propellers and then again testing that all out to make sure it works. And I do believe, speaking of anchors, we will get the second anchor and we'll be hooking that into the mechanism that we did the first anchor. So both of them, when you pull them down, they will self-retract back up. So stay tuned for that. And let's do our summary, which was really quick on the scale model side. So we only did 8 steps and 6 parts, and the LEGO 28 steps, 138 parts, and the total to date 246 steps and 433 parts for the scale model, and for LEGO 557 steps and 2,340 parts. All right, so again, remember, this is a pretty short episode, but remember to like, share, subscribe. It really helps the channel. Again, I know from looking at the analytics on YouTube that about 83% of viewers are not subscribers. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost a cent. It's totally free. And you could, once we hit subscriber milestones, you could win some free LEGO. We've already given away a retro record player. Our next giveaway is a 1,500 piece Star Wars AT-AT set. And then at 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be giving away an LEGO Endurance set, which is over 3,000 pieces. And I've already built my copy of it on the channel, so check that video out. But once we hit 1,000, you can enter to win a brand new sealed inbox version of your own. So very exciting. It was a really cool build. Very cool history involved with it as well. It's a real ship from the early part of the 20th century when they were exploring Antarctica. So very cool history and cool build techniques and a very awesome set. But until we see each other again, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.